All right, so now we're going to move into something a little bit different, and it's called graph sketching. And so this is an important piece, and it allows you to kind of predict what's going to happen based on some of the information that they give you. So this first piece that they tell us is that f of 2 is equal to 0. And what this means is that when we plug in 2 for x, we get 0 for y. So we get the point 2 comma 0, and that's going to exist in this graph of the function. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to throw it over there. The other piece that they tell us is that f prime is less than 0 for x is less than 2. So that means that anything this way, where that green arrow is, we are going to have a negative slope. And that means that it's going to go downwards, and it has to go down into that point. So what that might look like if I were to draw it is it would be, I'm going to draw it in yellow here, is if I were to draw it down, and it might look like that. So remember, this function would probably go off to infinity, and it would be just negative for that entire time. All right, then in red, I'm going to show this part. So we have a positive slope for anything that is greater than 2. So what that means is as we go to the right, we're going to always be in the positive area on their slope, which means that it's going to go up like this. So that could potentially be the graph of a differentiable function that would work given these constraints. Remember, the important part about being differentiable is that it's continuous and that the slopes match up at every single point. So think back to that definition when you are doing these. This one's a little bit trickier. So they give us the graph of f, and they want us to graph f prime. So I'm going to do the f prime graph in blue. And the first piece that I always start off with is when I'm looking at f, I want to find the points where the slope is equal to 0. So I'm going to do that, and it looks like right here it's equal to 0, and about right here it's equal to 0. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is, since my slope is equal to 0 at those points, I can go ahead and I can graph it as the slope is equal to 0. So I'm going to make those on my x-axis. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to want to create and figure out where my slope is positive and negative. So what I do is I like to just create a little bit of a number line here. And let's pretend this is my first point and this is my second point. And it actually would look better if we did it down here. So we can line it up with the points. So here's my one point, here's my other point, and this is kind of my number line that I've got going on. So I'm going to look on the left side first, so over here. So if I am going towards that point, I've got a positive slope, and then I go to 0. So this is going to be a positive slope. So what that means is that in this area, I have to come down from the positive and meet at this point. I then look at this middle chunk between the 2 points, and it looks like it's negative, 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 and then back to 0. So that means that this needs to be negative that entire time and then return back to 0. And what's kind of cool about this is right here at this point, this seems to be where it's the most steep, and that actually is going to be where that's the most negative. And then as I continue going, this goes back up and it's positive again. So this was negative, then this is positive. And so then I can go ahead and continue it onward. And if you think about it, the slope of my f prime, this kind of looks like x squared a little bit. It looks like it follows that type of a curve, and my f is equal to x cubed. Well, if I wanted to just take the derivative of this x cubed function, I'm going to end up with something that is squared, because it's got that x squared in there. So it's important to note that this lines up, and we should constantly be thinking about these things, throughout the entire process.